Dwight and Nicole, how are you?
Yes, we're doing great. We're so excited to be here with you.
And can you tell us a little bit about how you see your role as the inaugural Flynn Fellows, working closely with everyone at the Flynn, and what are some of the things that you're dreaming about and wanting to do?
Well, personally, I feel like there has never been a more ripe time to be a human on this planet as far as creative vision goes. I feel like this is a time of rebuilding all of our major structures and all of our subtle structures. And I can't think of a better time to be alive. As much as there's been significant struggle across the board, I feel at this time, it's a creative, it just feels like a ground zero time for rebuilding and for coming together with other creative people and making something new that's an upgrade. So
Agreed.
for me, that's my main focus. I want to reach out to the community. I want to know what we can be doing better, and I want to be actively implementing those things and using our creative juice,
Yeah,
our
our
currency
currency that we share.
together, like
Hmm.
the actual stuff of creation together, because that's what we're doing right now. We're laying the future for the babies that are here now.
I always kind of liken it to like when you turn on Saturday Night Live and you see the skits and everything's live, but I always had as a kid an idea, well, what would it be like to be sitting at the table all week, working those 10-hour days with a team and getting all the, you know, the ping pong and all the ideas and oh yeah, let's take this here and
Yes,
we
the
can riff this
team.
one here, and so that's kind of in my brain. That's where I'm like, wow, this is like I'm sitting at a table with some people that have got some great ideas, and we can start what we love to do, improvise.
You know, for years you have been working and performing in Burlington, throughout the United States, and internationally. But the Flynn is in Burlington, Vermont. Can you tell us a little bit about how you and your relationship to Burlington and your relationship to the Flynn, both as audience and as artists?
Oh, well,
That's a
that's it.
great question.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
both seen a bunch of really great shows
Oh my
there
God, so
over the
many.
years and have just admired the stage and admired the scene around it. But I think the first time I played there, we were opening for Nora Jones, I think.
I think that
Or
was
was
our.
it Mavis Staples?
We did Mavis once too. I'm not really
No,
sure
it was
which
Nora
was.
Jones was the first
Mavis
time.
was second, I think.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't know, everybody was so lovely. It was a gorgeous experience from the very beginning, and working with Steve has always been just wonderful. Like, we just clicked and could see eye to eye, and there's a mutual respect and honoring that I just love to see. You don't always see it in this industry, um, but I think that I'm seeing it more and more now. I feel that people are starting to feel like they need the art and the artists now.
Yeah.
There's an opening in this time, which I found years ago at the Flynn. It was always there.
It's been and I haven't lived here. We've been here 11 years, but I've gone sporadically to shows for 20 years or plus, and it's always been across the board, all different genres of music. I saw Willie Nelson there. I saw Roy Haynes, Dave Brubeck, and I think of like all the shows there. Even recently, Robert Cray and Lonnie Smith. I went to that show with my friend John, and it's just been such a haven to go see, really great talent across the board, all sorts of different genres.
Well, you know, this last year, these last 18 months, we've seen a lot of changes in our climate, our judicial system, our financial systems. There's so much conflict in the world. And I know that the Flynn is very much dedicated to notions of diversity, equity, and inclusion. I'm curious, just looking at both of you, I see the world, and I see the world that I would like to occupy. How do you see equity and your role in it?
For me, there's something about individuality that is equal to, I mean, expressing individuality is how I can express my personal freedom. So maybe this is, I don't know if this answers that question specifically or not, but something about being able to express myself as exactly who I am, which is a lot of different things, which that's a whole nother topic discussion too, but my personal heritage is all over the place. Dwight is too. But for me, existing in this world, specifically in Vermont, people tend to just be like, oh, she's a black girl. And that, I am. But also, I'm Norwegian. And also, I'm Spanish. And also, all of these other things, like literally everything else that you could imagine. And so, being inclusive is very broad. It's a very broad stroke thing. For me, there has to be an honoring that happens, so there's a respect across the board, and when that drops away, I'm out. Like I can't handle people being disrespectful to each other based on prejudices. And I'm a fighter in that way, as much as I am a lover in every way I am. But that aspect of me that's a fighter is like maternal fighter. It's like for me, being respectful and gracious and bringing grace to the table is as important as anything else.
I love that, Nicole. What am I bringing to the table? So, Dwight, can I ask you, what are you bringing to the table? I love that.
I'm happy to be a part of a team. I think the longer I've been in performing in the arts and appreciating the arts and appreciating all the different flavors and colors and textures that we have sonically and culturally. And I just feel like it's just great for me to bring whatever it is that I have, my little Jersey mischief, and hopefully some creative ideas.
So with that, as a creative chair and welcoming both of you as our Flynn Fellows, I am just so excited to do the work, create some mischief, get a seat at our table, put some stuff on it, right?
Yes, we're
Amen,
so
hallelujah, and all that
excited.
stuff.
Thank you so much.
This
It
is
means
true.
so much to us. And on a side note, both of us remember the first time we saw anything about you, and it was an announcement about you being brought on the team at the Flynn about maybe a year ago or so. And immediately looked you up, and I was like, oh my gosh, because I played violin for years too, and I didn't pursue it. But I just was so blown away. We both were. And calling our friends and telling them about you. And so to get to work with you closely like this is a great treat,
We're
to say the least. So.
We're fortunate to just fall in together. And it didn't even require any thought or any kind of, it was just like that.
Family's family.
Very, very grateful to be a part of it.
And you're right. I can't wait to perform again with you. Not to, it can't be stated enough. Yeah, I think it's a very, sometimes you find a musical kindred spirit. And for me, there's very few joys in life worth wanting to repeat. And one of them is just, playing one note under the incredible, iconic, legendary music of Dwight and Nicole.